What's going on today, guys? My name is SitRep, and today we're going to discuss game sense and how it's changed in the new iteration of Warzone. Season 1 has been very rocky. There's been lots of complaints. I've seen the comments. I've seen the footage of other people who are frustrated with a lot of different issues. We're going to talk about some of that in and around the gameplay today. But most importantly, we're going to be talking about how to change our mindset along with this new movement and how to make better decisions for rotations, what loot to be using, what you should be focused on, and most importantly, what are you actually thinking about during the fight? If you've seen my videos before, you'll know that we like to focus on the strategic side of the gameplay. We want to go for high kill games. We want to ultimately win, but most importantly, we want to be developing our skill sets in these areas so that we can become better as a player. The whole point of this channel is to continue to do that, so I encourage you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for today's situational report on Area 99. So one of the biggest things that has been very difficult to adjust to is the pacing of Area 99 is extremely fast. And that is not something that I thought I would have a problem with, but it seems overwhelming with the amount of people that are pushing you simultaneously. There is lots of cover, which I thought would play a little bit differently. What I see now that Area 99 is out and the integration is in full effect is we have a lot of POIs and a lot of people pushing at the same time. Even on Rebirth, where people are extremely familiar with the map and navigating all the different points that we're used to, there is an increase in speed for each player, and there's now extra maneuverabilities that we've all been working on. Audio has been a major concern. I know they're working on it piece by piece. I understand it's a complex problem, but one of the other things that we're learning is how to approach and push players effectively. And like in this case here, we're being pushed in the garage by a team that's coming out of the weapon station. We already have Snake down, and we have comms that there's more coming. So I'm covering that push, that potential of those three players. I'm watching my mini map. I'm not looting anymore. There's a huge problem with people continuing to play in the slow Warzone gameplay where you continually loot. And that's always been one of the things that I try to get away from with new players or with people who have been playing a long time. They spend way too much time looting. You need to be able to be effective with the ground loot in the game. So here we're being engaged by pods after we've rotated out of the warehouse, and we're still trying to gather the money together. We actually have enough for a loadout, but we have no buy station, and there's not a safe area to buy. We know that pods does not have a buy station, and we get a call out here for a whole team on blue. So I'm not going to push up on that. I'm not going to go and revenge that. I'm going to fall back. I want to get more information before I go through, and I'm checking those channels on the outside while continually trying to better my loot, but partially. We don't want to loot the whole box. We just want to grab that SMG and move forward. Now, we've already made it to free loadout time, so that's a great time to circle back. What you need to be careful of is people who are watching your loadout. There's going to be another loadout there more than likely, and they're going to farm that. So I'm pushing my way through reactor. I'm clogging that intel through the jammer, and now I'm coming back to support blue from getting their weapons back. And sure enough, here we have another team that is here. I hear another fly in. I go out to investigate. I see loadouts. I know he's going for it immediately. We don't want to overuse that movement and slide out, because if there had been 4 or more with all of those loadouts there could have been multiple people engaging. So I'm trying to use those audio cues. I know they're not fantastic yet, but we're still listening for parachutes, which are very loud, and we get our indication that there are more people coming. So I'm not over peeking this cover. We've been engaged multiple times by pods, and sure enough, blue goes down. I see someone fly to the top of reactor, so I need to manage my cover between these two teams. I'm not comfortable engaging this. Gas is starting to move. I need to get in zone. I see that Snake is on the other side of the map, And we have a loadout over there, which he's at our free loadout. I see the shots come off. And I dive to the other side to try and hold that push. Snake knocks him, and there's a secondary person to engage. I'm able to save that fight, but I don't instantly go for the res because I'm waiting for the third teammate. We are in trios, so I'm counting those enemies. Snake got one, I got the second. I'm waiting for that third. And that's something you need to be ready for, because with this movement, people are more or less stacking. They're pushing together, and they're doing what they've done the last couple of years, but now they're doing it with even more momentum. So we've gotten our loadout, and we're holding the edge of zone here, and we're starting to look at where the final position is. Now, the final zone is over here at Mannequin Assembly. Using this tunnel system to get back over to cooling towers is probably my best bet. I don't want to run into the open with 2 high points between bunker and Mannequin Assembly, with 2 more teams still in the game. Too many vantage points for them to take me out. So we've got intel with UAV. We see that there's still 2 over at bunker and 1 rotating out by green ping. That means the other team is out there rotating as well. Now I'm looking at those 2 dots, and I'm starting to predict how they would rotate towards me. You always need to be thinking about the way in which you would push if you were in their shoes. That will help you develop better prediction skills and ultimately evolve your game sense into thinking about how the enemy is going to push you so that you can build a proper defense. So we're able to get that down to 2 enemies killed. Resurgence is disabled. There's still 1 left of that third team, and a whole team likely on Mannequin Assembly. More pings come off. I feel like if there's that third guy's still on me, I thought I heard him. We put up the UAV, and that's not true unless he has Ghost. So if I'm starting to look at the dots on the map, there's 4 over there and more enemies coming back. So they're utilizing the buy station. I'm preparing to dismount them from the top of Mannequin Assembly stronghold. So we fan out into a position here. We take some opening shots with the sniper rifle and get a knock. And then we're using our air support to close the distance between the high vantage point and our position. We're not overcommitting because one side or the other may have the entire team. Instinct led me to believe that they were going to do the same. They're going to fan out and go left and right. So I'm going to fall back. Unfortunately, it's not enough time. We have an enemy on the outside. Now, dying in the end game is going to happen. The next thing you need to be doing is waiting for the opportune time where your teammate goes to bring you back and what you're going to do next. This is the most important part. Patiently wait, let them listen to their comms. Don't say, buy me, buy me, buy me. There's a buy station here that we can see an enemy using. My experienced teammate knows what to do, but he's not going to oversell for that buyback. It's better for him to keep his guns and his high ground than it is for them to give up that position just to bring me back with the starting loot. He finally gets enough intel, has the money, makes the play to come back. So immediately once I fly in, I am looking at where's the most logical place for me to go. I don't see anyone on the roof other than my teammate. There's weapons here, so it's the best bet. If he was low ground, I probably would have dropped low ground and help for defense. Now I'm looking at the radar again. I see the bounty. I see the shots and the pings. I'm going to hold the next way up, which is this staircase. I get the audio cue for 1, and I get pings from that kill. Hear the audio on the tin behind me, which there's a climb up. And I go to reload and see him, so I dive off, and the sneaky snake is able to take care of that kill after my assist. Game sense is one of those things that it's your mindset, and it's only going to come from experience. But the most effective way to build proper habits with this is to continually put yourself in the position of your enemy, especially in the end game. What would you do if you were them? Would you rotate out into the open, or would you take the closest cover? And that's the way you should play your holds and your rotations in the end game, is maximize the elevation that you have, give you the longest vantage point, and then utilize the weapons that you have, the lethals, the tacticals, the streaks, to help funnel those enemies. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We will continually be pumping out game sense and strategic guides like this all year long. I'm hoping for major updates to make Season 1 a lot better. I know there's a whole different side of it with rank play and cheating right now. There's XP gains, there's health problems, there's hit detection. We're going to be focusing on the news that surrounds around that on this channel, as well as new ways to get better at the game. Thanks for watching. Keep building, keep adapting. SitRep out.